Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making their way to the ring under the guidance of Mr. Hunter from Cambridge, Massachusetts, at a combined total weight of 361 pounds, the Jack Connor, Nick Varsity, the Student Body.
Say what you will about these guys, but I love them. I love them to death. They always find a way to win. No, they're not currently holding the tag team championship, but don't feel as though that they've lost sight of the gold. They will be going after that gold. They will be going after those titles. It eats at them every single day that they do not have those titles. You know, the Student Body, some people say they're kind of preppy, and they're just kind of cheaters, and they're really not athletes. But these are athletes right here, ladies and gentlemen. They're athletes. They are of a higher caliber. They exude a level of confidence that most other teams do not.
Introducing their opponents first, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing in tonight at 320 pounds, the Natural Truth, T.
Folks, you know, we've got a guy here in T. Phoenix who is known to carry more than his own weight, and Naveen O'Reilly is accompanying him to the ring wearing his trademark color of yellow. You know, again, this guy, he can handle his own in singles, but he is a tag team specialist. And tonight, he's got himself a tag team partner, a secret tag team partner.
I've just been informed by T. Phoenix earlier this week, his tag team partner, the shooter J.P. Hansen, has announced his abrupt retirement, and T. Phoenix doesn't have a tag team partner. Now, that being said, my bosses, these lovely ladies up front of the ring are here. So, ladies, I'm just wondering. Okay, Monkey's in the truck. Just play the music. Here is the T. Phoenix's tag team partner from Pomeroy, Ireland. Weighing 145 pounds, taking on the return, simply fantastic, Jack Alexander.
Quite the warm reception. We have not seen this young man in competition. Range is spanning over 4 months. Zach Alexander needing to take some time off, making an impromptu return here tonight. And honestly, pulling the wool over my eyes was our ladies of management, was T. Phoenix, and finding himself a last-minute replacement. But I don't want to just call this kid a last-minute replacement. He is an accomplished junior heavyweight champion of the Renegade Wrestling Alliance.
I can't believe it. I mean, I knew when the music hit who it was, but the last time we were here, Zach Alexander pulled the boots off, and, well, he stepped aside for a while. And this is a rental. T. Phoenix throwing his shirt at me.
That's the first bit of clothing you've had thrown at you in your entire life.
Well,
Suck it up, kid.
Not in my entire life. It's been a while. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so the return of Zach Alexander, this crowd's loving it. Our ladies of management coming through again.
Well, you know, there's so many variables here at the Renegade Wrestling Alliance, so many intangibles that you have to be on top of last minute.
Student Body wasn't ready for this. They weren't ready for this.
You want to talk about a last-minute change that they were not.
Listen to this. Just welcoming back Zach Alexander. He looks good. He looks, I don't know, I heard he might be a vegan.
I am led to believe that he is a polo pescatarian, and what that means is he does not indulge in red meat or any beef or pork products, but he is very much into the fish and chicken.
I just thought that meant he was Polish. You said polo, just...
Polo pescatarian. It's one
Word of the day.
It's one of those new metrosexual terms that these skinny jean-wearing kids use for their eating habits and such. I'm not sure.
But steak's so nice.
It truly is. There's nothing better than a nice, proper Delmonico or a good old-fashioned ribeye.
Referee checking T. Phoenix and Zach Alexander now calling for the bell, and here we go, tag team action. The Jack Connor and Nick Varsity are, well, they're taken by surprise, but they're getting ready to, oh, and just a clubbing blows by Zach Alexander and T. Phoenix. This is not going to be a catch-as-catch-can style once again, folks. T. Phoenix laying into Nick Varsity, and Zach Alexander taking the Jack Connor. Both men going for the clubbing clothesline off the ropes and dumping them outside the ring. I'd say they get an A for execution.
Absolutely. Spilling the student body out into the stands. Zach
Alexander's going to fly. Suicide dive to the second rope. Incredible.
Wait a minute. No.
No.
He's not thinking the same thing, is he?
Oh, I really thought he was going to fly. I thought the big man was going to fly. We had a cover. 1, 2, and no.
Well, you know, one thing that you could say is, the student body's at a serious disadvantage, but let's not forget that there is an ace in their pocket known as their guidance counselor, Mr. Hunter.
And now Zach Alexander trying to take over the double team, hitting Nick Varsity, and Varsity stunning his own tag team partner.
That's been known to happen from time to time.
Zach Alexander up and being jumped by Nick Varsity. What a slam.
Beautifully done. Appeared to be a double flapjack into a power slam. Perfectly executed.
We have a cover 1, 2, and Zach Alexander kicks out. Now, he has not been in action since just before Christmas time. Would you want to look for ring rust if you were the student body? Cover here, 1.
Well, I would do my best to keep Zach in the ring. I mean, not only you have the matter of ring rust and being away from the action, but let's face it, who packs a meaner punch, T. Phoenix or Zach Alexander?
Well, that's true, and now T. Phoenix arguing with the referee. Now Navina Riley on the apron arguing with the referee. Zach Alexander being choked out by the student body. This is just out of control. The student body getting under the skin of T. Phoenix, and you do not want to get under the skin of the big man.
No, you certainly don't. But in the same token, Navina, it's easy to get all hot and bothered, sweetheart, but you stay on that apron, and the referee does have the power to call this match and throw it out.
Very, very true, sir. And now Nick Varsity in control of Zach Alexander in the corner, whipping Alexander. Varsity's lining him up, dives, nobody home, and Alexander goes for a dive and into the turnbuckle again. Nick Varsity with a beautiful drop kick, and Alexander is down. Cover here, 1, 2, and a kick out.
T. Phoenix getting frustrated, just hanging out on the apron there, waiting to
Zach
tag
Alexander looking for a tag. Again, the strategy you were talking about. Keep the lighter man and the man who hasn't been working since Christmas in the ring.
Absolutely. You know, the student body, they're not well liked, but I think one thing that gets overlooked is the fact that they are on the same page.
Double hip toss. And now the strut and elbow. Cover here, 1, 2, and a kick out by Zach Alexander into the rear chin lock by the Jack Connor, who did not go to the Ohio State.
No, he didn't.
That'd be too many D's in that entire...
Well, I have to commend the young man for building himself a rather short moniker.
I mean, and now we have an argument going on the outside of the ring with the managers. Inside the ring, Zach Alexander catches Jack Connor, pulls him up in the back, and then dumps him in the second rope, and a kick right to the rope. Jacks the jaw of Jack Connor, and a beautiful kick right to the mush. And we have a cover, and Nick Varsity now distracting the referee on an equipment issue. We have a tag, and in the ring comes T. Phoenix.
Oh, but C.J. Renegade didn't see the tag. He's claiming it didn't happen. If he didn't see it, it didn't happen. And the student body taking full advantage of the situation while our young ref's back is turned.
And now there's a cover. There was no tag this time. The referee still arguing with T. Phoenix. And there's a cover here. 1, 2, and Phoenix goes to kick Nick Varsity. Nick Varsity jumped out of the way.
This is another moment where you see these guys creating opportunities. It's cheap, it's low.
T. Phoenix is like a caged animal in his corner. He is looking to get in this match. And Zach Alexander is just taking so much punishment right now. Another forearm by Nick Varsity. Alexander off the ropes, going up and just being dropped with a modified spine buster. Cover 1-2 and a kick out. T Phoenix went into break up the count, but Zach Alexander somehow was able to kick out. In comes Jack Connor with a club to the back of Zach Alexander. And an elbow.
Look at the elevation that he just got.
Here cover 1-2, and Phoenix goes to try to make the save, but Alexander again kicks out. Jack Connor controlling Zach Alexander into his own corner. Here comes Nick Varsity again, the quick tags. You know what? And the student body are looking for a win. They've needed a huge win. They're angry. They have been treated poorly, they feel, over the last month, and they are taking out all of their punishment. And now, what was going to be a double team.
And now the house is going to be cleaned. Jesus Christmas. Hang on to your knickerbockers, boys. T Phoenix is here to do some damage.
Taking down the student body. It looks like they're going to end a little bit of a detention meeting of the mind. Zach Alexander to the top rope. And T Phoenix, he throws Alexander a double cross body into the student body. And now, Alexander and Phoenix in total control.
I don't understand why the referee's not getting the 5 count on Alexander, though. He doesn't belong in the ring.
Oh, what a knee to the back of the head. And a pile driver to Nick Varsity. Varsity's out. 1, 2, and Jack Connor makes the save.
It's not very often you see a pile driver, but when you do, man, take a picture or soak it in.
There's a reason why it's one of the most dangerous moves in wrestling. Zach Alexander takes Jack Connor over the top rope and onto the floor on the outside. And they are brawling on the outside. On the inside, Nick Varsity has the rules of wrestling book.
He's got the book.
And now
he's going to throw the book at T Phoenix. Is this how they're going to do it?
In the ring. Here's a cover in the ring. Referee's outside the ring. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. And they are out of here like it was a half day, Bobby Rossi.
Class is out of session, and these boys are taken home for their after-school snack. They just escaped that match with their lives. Hey, again, if you're battling T Phoenix and Zach Alexander, that's the equivalent of 3 men. That was practically a handicap match.
Agreed, and it took not only the brute strength of student body, but a textbook. It was not a textbook move. It was just a textbook, Bobby Rossi.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Keeping Phoenix's nose in the books, if you will. Student body rejoicing in their victory. Mr. Hunter looking as smug as ever. CJ Brannigan, kid, if you want to sustain yourself as an official referee, you better look at some footage.
I tell you what, Phoenix and Zach Alexander are shocked, but it was very good to see Zach Alexander back in an RWA ring.
It certainly was, and I hope this isn't the last that we see of the young man. I really would like to see him back in the fold. I feel as though after a few matches and a little bit more development and fine-tuning, he could be back up to the very athlete and the superstar that he was when he took off to take off some personal time.
And Zach Alexander standing alone in the center of the ring. T Phoenix is just giving him that moment to soak in being back here.
Well, I mean, things like this are going to have to be expected. I mean, you're going to team up with someone that hasn't been in competition in 4 months, let alone hasn't been a part of a tag team. There's bound to be at least 1 or 2 chinks in the armor, and clearly the student body capitalized on what they saw as an opportunity. Poor showing tonight, but I hope that doesn't take the wind out of the young man's sails entirely.
Coming up, it is going to be an international battle as we have your Canadian hero, Dante, taking on the freaking Rican, Jose Perez.
That should be a good one, because if one thing you might not be aware of, Rob, is Jose Perez was actually one of Dante's original teachers.
I did not know that.
It's another variable to be considered, my man.
Well, thank you very much for that bit of information, and I think it's time to get to that match, Bobby Rossi.
Let's get her underway, brother.
All right, here we go.